Hello again. Now let's talk about something that examiners absolutely love, the literary devices used in Elizabethan literature. This is one of those areas where examples matter as much as definitions, so keep your ears sharp. First up, blank verse. Remember, this is unrhymed iambic pentameter, the heartbeat rhythm of English drama. Shakespeare used it everywhere. Think of Hamlet's famous line, "To be or not to be?" That is the question. Clean, powerful and flexible, this form shaped Elizabethan theatre. Again, asked in exam. Next, metaphor. A metaphor directly compares two unlike things. Shakespeare gives us one of the most quoted in As You Like It. All the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. That's a whole philosophy in just a few words. Well, this was also asked in exam. Now, simile, similar to metaphor, but it uses like or as. Edmund Spenser shows us in the Faerie Queene, her angel's face, as the great eye of heaven shined bright. Notice the use of as. It's softer, more descriptive. This particular example was asked in exam. Moving on to alliteration. This is the musical repetition of initial sounds. Marlowe's "The Passionate Shepherd to his love" gives us, "and we will all the pleasures prove." That repeated P sound isn't just pretty, it's persuasive. Again, this line was featured in the exam. Then comes personification, where human qualities are given to non-human things. Shakespeare again, Sonnet 18, "Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May." Winds don't literally shake, but the image is unforgettable. This beautiful line was once asked in exam. And what about hyperbole? Exaggeration that makes emotions larger than life. Marlowe gives us a classic in Dr. Faustus. "Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships?" Of course, Helen's beauty didn't literally launch ships, but the line captures her legendary power. Classic example in the exam. Finally, irony. Saying one thing, meaning another. Think of Mark Antony in Julius Caesar. "Brutus is an honorable man." He repeats it, but the sting is clear. He means the opposite. Next, the pun. A pun is a play on words using multiple meanings or similar sounds for witty effect. Think of Mercutio in Romeo and Juliet. "Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man." Grave here means both serious and literally a burial place. This one has been asked in exam, so don't miss it. Next is the oxymoron, when contradictory terms sit side by side. Shakespeare gives us "O brawling love, O loving hate" in Romeo and Juliet. Contradictions, but packed with emotional truth. Again, asked in exam. The soliloquy, this one is a classic, a speech given by a character alone on stage, revealing their innermost thoughts. Hamlet's "to be or not to be" is the most famous example. Yes, you guessed it, asked in exam. Now, antithesis. This device sets up a sharp contrast in parallel structure. In A Midsummer Night's Dream, Helena laments, "The more I hate, the more he follows me." Perfect balance of opposition. And yes, it was asked in exam. Moving on to foreshadowing, this is when the writer hints at what's coming. In Macbeth, the witch's prophecies foreshadow Macbeth's tragic downfall. Then we have symbolism, using objects to represent ideas. In Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, the green girdle stands for human frailty, a reminder that even knights are flawed. Allusion is another key device. It's when a writer makes an indirect reference. Hamlet calls his father Hyperion to a satyr, comparing King Hamlet to a god and Claudius to a goat-like figure. The rhetorical question is one we all know. A question asked not for an answer, but for effect. In Julius Caesar, Brutus asks, "Did this in Caesar seem ambitious?" He's not seeking a reply, he's making a point. Allegory is a big one for exams. It's when an entire narrative represents abstract ideas. In Spenser's The Faerie Queene, the Red Cross Knight stands for the virtue of holiness, fighting the eternal battle between good and evil. Definitely asked in exam. Finally, assonance, the repetition of vowel sounds. Listen to Tennyson in The Lady of Shalott. The willow waves, the willow shivers. The repeating I sound creates musicality. Yes, this too has been asked in exam.